Here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, this is the hourly time frame. Every candle here is a 1 hour trading period. And for the most part, we're really starting to show some lackluster kind of dull, really, trading activity in this stock. So we're starting to see that $6.20 level being tested. And this is an important price level that we have been watching here for quite some time. And it does really look like this area is sort of acting as a magnet for share prices. So right at the moment, what this really means is that we have now retraced roughly 38.2% of this prior ascending move here. So that would be this upward sloping price move here from 368 to $7.70. We've given up about a little over a third of that trade now with these most recent declines. So the real question here is whether or not the stock has formed a top here, or whether we're likely to start to see continued price movements lower. It's sort of surprising to me to see people say that they think I have a short position for this stock. I mean, any of the people that are making that comment, I'm curious to know how long they've been following the channel, because there was quite a long period of time here where I was looking for the stock to break out above this $6 mark. This did actually occur. So, it's not the same as, expecting a pullback after a major move higher. It's not the same thing to say that, this person is bearish on the stock. He's benefiting from a short position on the stock. Some hedge fund is paying him to make this video. I mean, these are really kind of ridiculous statements to be making. They really don't make any sense at all. And if you sort of just look back in the channel history here, you can see many instances of me, expecting to see a bullish outcome, for this prior descending triangle pattern that had formed previously. And, we did see a very, very substantial price movement here to the top side. I mean, this was all called on this channel. This is really not a big mystery. So, the real question here is, what goes up must come down. At some point, things start to come back to earth. The stimulus measures that have been conducted by the Chinese government, can't last forever. I mean, we can't expect that to continue to support the stock forever. So the question is, where does this end? I mean, are we at the end of this bull run here? So that's a very simple question, and it's a question everybody should be asking. It's a question the most bullish investor should be asking. If you're not asking yourself that question, you're not being honest about the situation, and you're setting yourself up for losses. So just quickly here, we will take a look at the indicator reading quickly here, because what I want to point out is that this is a bearish divergence that is starting to develop. These price highs at 770 were not confirmed by the indicator reading. This is a lot of price movement in a very short period of time. A lot of this was being influenced by activities from the Chinese government, which were helping to support share prices. And that's not really a natural progression here for any stock, for a government to just sort of enact stimulus programs and to try to support the national economy. I mean, you can't really expect those types of readings to become validated on the price chart. So that has not occurred here. What we do see is a bearish divergence that is developing, and we're also seeing downward price movements in share prices. I mean, these are the types of factors that people need to be watching. This is important information. Some people have sort of mentioned that I have not focused enough on the fundamentals of this company. There are two main reasons for that. One is that I do not cover fundamentals on the public side of the channel. I only focus on fundamentals in the members only section when we have trades that we're actually trading, stocks that we're actually buying. This is not a stock that I'm buying. This is not a stock that I recommend to buy. We have much better stocks to be trading on the member side, and that is the side of the channel where I conduct fundamental analysis. So that would be the first part of that question. The second part of that question is I do a fairly regular update on this stock. It's almost daily, if not daily, and I cannot continue to sort of repeat what was in the past earnings report every single day. That's a quarterly piece of information. You receive it every 3 months. I mean, if I were to make an update, 3 months after the prior earnings report, that would make sense. But if I'm going to continue to talk about the fundamentals, these things don't really change between earnings reports. There might be a few news releases in between, but that's not a daily event. Okay. And the people that, I believe Mr. P makes a daily NIO video, and I think that that's all he does is the NIO video. To focus on a stock that heavily, and to suggest that there's somehow news every day like that, there isn't news every day. There's not a new development for any company every single day. I mean, I wouldn't even say that there's a new development every day for Nvidia. The news releases are much more few and far between. And if I were to focus on that aspect of the stock, I would be repeating the same information all the time, and I'm not going to do that. What we're looking at here is the shorter term price movement so that people can understand certain price levels and get in and out of positions at the most advantageous times. And we have accomplished that on this channel. We were saying buy in at these lows at 368. I was the only channel doing that. Somebody else said something about how Mr. P was saying that 360 was the bottom. He was also saying $50 was the bottom. Okay, so don't give me that nonsense. So he's been saying every single price level is the bottom. Okay, it doesn't work like that. I haven't been covering this stock very long, and the reason that I started covering this stock was because I thought that we were reaching a longer term bottom for share prices, and that did turn out to be true. So, just to close out the video here, most of this information here in the indicator reading is bearish. We're seeing a bearish divergence condition, negative price movement, and then this positive price movement that was seen previously has now been broken. So the indicator reading does suggest lower share prices. This support zone at this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement near 620, in my opinion, is looking very weak at the moment. I don't expect share prices to hold up in this area much longer. You can say that there's some support right around that $6 mark. Not totally surprising because we were calling that the inflection point, if you will remember. That's when we really started to see share prices take off. So all of that came true. And we're now starting to retest that from the top. So that area would be expected to work as a support level. But if that level breaks, then we're looking at we're looking at a much more substantial decline. From there, I would probably be looking at the 520 level as the next support zone. If we don't see a bounce here relatively soon, we would need to see a bounce in share prices quite soon. Otherwise, I do think that we're going to start to see shorter term long positions start to close those trades, take some profits, and then that could send share prices back into the lower $5 area. So here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO.